Howdy y'all, I'm Jacob. Welcome back to the ranch. This will be part 2 of this week's video. In part 1, we were able to get a lot of work done here in the east pasture to get ready to move the goats, or to continue moving the goats through the field. But now we're going to pick up with part 2, where we work on the chicken coop and get it ready to start moving. So let's get into it. Man, stop staring at me. There's a good boy. Well, y'all, we're well into the next day now. I didn't get quite as much done out in the east pasture as I would have liked yesterday, but we got the shredding done and got a good bit of grubbing and clearing done so that we've got the room to move the goats further on down the line, and it'll give me some more time to get more work done in the future. So, shifting gears, I'm going to head over here and get to work on the chicken coop so we can get knocked out with it. When we left off last time, I just finished completing the bottom of the coop, and my idea behind that is I want something that is removable. What I want to do is create some mounting blocks that I can attach it and remove it from the main coop. Now on top of that, the other things we need to do is I need to get the run door put in. I got to put the wheels on, and then if I have enough time today, I need to build the nesting boxes for the side of it. But I think I'm going to start with the easier projects first and get some easy wins in. Now what I'm thinking is I'm going to take 6 of these blocks, and that way I can mount them to the base and to the 2x6 bottom rail on the actual coop. I'll probably use 1 lag screw in each side, and that way it'll be easy to take off and drop down whenever I'm not using the base. Alright, so this is what I'm thinking for the attachment blocks. Went ahead and used a portion of it to reset these so that these lag screws can go in a good bit further into the wood. So, just have to do that 12 more times.
I asked for layer crumble and they loaded layer
10 more times.
Bush is getting in the way a bit.
Okay, base is attached. And the next big question is where we're going to put the coop door. So we will have the nesting boxes on this end. So I'm kind of thinking the best place for the coop door is going to be in this area, because their roosts will be over here, nesting boxes will be out there. So this should be a clear path for them to come in and out of the coop. So for the coop door, could you be quiet? Thank you.
Get him, Napoleon.
One of these days I'm going to turn that bird into chicken wings.
What chicken wings? He's a phantom. You're going to get like one little nuggie and that's it. And it'll probably upset your stomach anyway because he's an ant.
Alright, so this is the chicken door we're going to run with. And I'm thinking it should be fairly easy to attach it. I'm just going to use a 2x4 frame for the outside. And then we can nail the hardware cloth to the back of that 2x4 frame. It'll stand off a little bit from the edge of the coop, but should work. Alright, so that should do it for the vertical pieces. The spacing on this chicken run door, at least for the pre-drilled holes, is 8 3/4 inches. So if I make probably a 5-inch spacer, that should be enough to fill in the back side of the door and make the vertical pieces wide enough for the door to attach to. So I'm gonna give that a try. Well, that don't seem right. Well, I guess that's why we dry fit it. So y'all probably already figured this out, but I was planning on having these land dead center of the vertical 2x4s, which they do. But that's not really a good idea. Alright, so I guess I need to space these out. Oh man. Alright, door's on. I still need to cut the hardware cloth on the back side of it, but I can get to that in a minute. I'm going to start looking at the wheels and see how I can get those on. Well, y'all, I just can't seem to stay on one task very long this go around. Had to stop working on the coop yesterday to make a run for hay. And then I got tied up with chores, so I didn't get back to it. But I got a little bit of time now before evening chores, so I'm going to get back on the coop and see if I can get the wheels put on for it. So for the wheels, I'm wanting to use these trailer jacks on what will be the back side of it, because this is going to be the heaviest portion of this coop. I want to use these so that I can jack up the back end and pull it out of the way. You're in the way, Ailey. You're in the way. But thinking the best way to do this is I'm going to have to put in another, probably a 2x6 right here, and then mount this to that 2x6. That way it's got something meaty to bite into on the mounting surface. I probably should have moved this over just a little bit, but we'll make do with it right here. You're in the way, pupper. You're in the way. Oh, you're a sweet pupper. That's not gonna work. Oh, take it off, try again. Alright, so I do still want to go ahead and bolt these on. I'll show you what I did real quick. So I basically just dropped this leg down one hole and then drilled another hole below it and bolted it in. So on both sides I'm going to come back and drill a hole so I can put another bolt in there, because I don't think those lag screws are really going to help at all. They're not lag screws. I keep calling them that. They're GRK screws? I don't know. Some type of structural screw. Alright, so I'm going to get that done, but first I'm going to put the fence back up, because I think once I get inside and start messing with them, they're likely to fly the coop. So I'm going to get the fence up, see if that'll hold them in. Go, chickies. One step closer. Alright, I just need to figure out something to use for a handle. Well, not sure I'm going to get this part done. So I was going to use a chain and bolt into the bottom rails on the frame so that I could use that chain to pick it up and pull it around. but my chain is in the east pasture with the goats, and my super organized self can't seem to find any of the hardware I had for bolting that chain into it. So I'm about out of time before I need to get chores done. I think I'm gonna get the wheels down in place and see if I can pick up the end and just maneuver it. I need to move them out of their spot. So I think I'm gonna get the netting moved, get the coop moved, and then I'll work on the handle on another evening. So at least this part will be done. I'm glad we don't live on a bunch of rock, or driving those in might be hard. Well, y'all, I don't really feel like we got a lot done. We did get the east pasture taken care of, so we can move the goats, which is pretty important. Because I want to be able to leave them out in that pasture as long as I can. So I got to have places to move them to. And we get a little bit done on the coop. Still need to figure out the handle for pulling it. And I think I need to work on the nesting boxes and get that done. But battery's almost dead and I gotta get evening chores done, so I think I'm gonna leave it here. Thank y'all for hanging out again. We hope to see you next time. Wag Ranch. Haley, are you poopered? Yeah, I think you're poopered. Oh, me too. Me too. Oh boy.